All right. So today we
Mhm.
have someone on my channel who started her career as a professional dancer, trained at Broadway Dance Center, I think popularly known as BDC in New York.
Yep.
And over the years, switched careers and founded two amazing companies, Creative Edge and Hey Crate. So give it up for Raquella Raiz. Welcome to my channel. You have a very interesting journey and a story, and I'm glad you're going to be sharing it with us today.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's rewind a few years and understand where you come from, what did you do back then, and what made you move from New Jersey to Israel.
Sure. I'm actually an athlete at heart, and basketball was my first love. So I was playing, and I don't know how I got into breakdancing because it was
Wow.
the closest dance style to athletics, and I loved it. And then slowly got into hip hop as well. And I was kind of that girl in school in the hallways, always dancing and putting on Step Up with my boombox back in the day when we had those boomboxes.
Oh my
And
gosh.
and everyone said you have to go to this dance studio in Manhattan, which was about a
Uh-huh.
20-minute bus ride away from where I grew up in Teaneck, New Jersey. So
Mm-hmm.
I went to the class, I went to a class there and I fell in love. And I continued dancing there for years up until I moved to Israel. And I just loved it so much. It was such a great environment to be around. And some of the some of the dances I was doing in the hallways in school, in high school, were choreographed by the teachers that were teaching in BDC. So you had top tier
Interesting.
dance instructors in the studio, Broadway Dance Center.
That's amazing. So, from what I understand, because I also belong to the professional dance industry, but back in India, and I know for a fact that BDC is so popular because most dancers from India come to New York. It's a very big deal. So I understand what you're trying to say. But tell me one thing: did you also do like contemporary ballet training, or what, was it just like hip hop, street style? What was
So it
it?
was very much the era of So You Think You Can Dance. So there was all this hype around hip hop and contemporary. So I
I see.
had to try contemporary just to test it out, and I loved it. Was I trained classically in ballet? No, not at all. I wasn't trained at all in dance. I only started training when I went to college here in Israel, which we can talk about after. But I tried contemporary. I didn't have the technique, but I had the heart, and that's the critique I always got in class. It wasn't about how good I could point my foot or how long I could extend my leg, but it was
Mhm.
always about I put on a show and I told a story through my emotions. So that's kind of what I stuck to.
I think that's very important, especially when you're a professional dancer. Like performance is everything. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
train, and then boom, like your 10 years of training within like 2 minutes or 5 minutes is just like out there. Okay, interesting. So, how did Israel happen?
This all happened because I grew up in the Jewish day school
Hmm.
community. So everybody goes to Israel for a gap year. So you go to high
I
school,
see.
you finish your senior year of high school, and you enroll to college back in America. But
Hmm.
you spend a year in Israel just to experience what it's all about.
I
I
see.
came and I never left. I fell in love with the people. I fell in love with the chutzpah. I love it. I love how honest everybody is here. And I love the people. They're so warm. And I couldn't leave. So I found a college that I was able to get a dance degree in, or
Hmm.
wrote college, or wrote Israel College in Elkanah. I was able to get a
Oh,
degree in dance education. So that's what I'm trained in.
that's amazing. Okay, that's new information. I think I will get the details from you, but that's amazing. Okay, wait. So the gap year that you're talking about. Was it Taglit or was it just like a general trip to Israel?
It was a seminary trip, so it's kind of like Taglit, but it's a year long program. It's you learn Jewish studies for most of the
Hmm.
day,
I
and
see.
there are lots of programs where you can also volunteer. So I stayed for a second year of seminary, and I volunteered the second year for national service, and it's just a year of spiritual exploration and trying to and getting in touch with your roots as a Jew in this country, if that makes sense. And it was a beautiful year. It was a really wonderful year that I got to experience.
I think I love the fact that you got to stay like for a year rather than just like 10 days, like how I got to do in Taglit, because you don't really get to experience Israel to the core. 10 days is not enough. You really need to like experience the chutzpah and then you just like live the life. Yeah, I think that's great. I think, okay, so you go to a dance school, you get your education, but then how did you transition to a video, like to starting a video marketing company?
Sure. I
How,
mean, it all comes down to that first video I posted on Facebook in 2009, which was a video from YouTube. So I posted
oh,
on YouTube all the time my dances, just for fun, just to be a part of the dance community. Back then, there was a thriving dance community on YouTube specifically. So I
mm-hmm,
posted. I got laughed at, of course, as we all did when we first started posting. And I would cross share it with on Facebook. And this is before Facebook had native video input. So you couldn't post any videos on Facebook natively. So they automatically played YouTube videos. So I would embed
oh.
the YouTube video into Facebook and it would play automatically. And it was much kinder to YouTube videos back then. And I posted that video. It was just me dancing a famous piece of choreography from one of my favorite choreographers, I think in Germany it was. And I had students come to the studio after that. They said, I saw your video and I want to come and dance with you. So that was like a aha moment, a light bulb.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And ever since I've been posting videos on social media just to market my own dance services.
mm-hmm.
And from 2009 all the way up until 4 years ago, I was doing that. And about 6 years ago, I realized I could be doing this on scale for other companies. I could be
Mm-hmm.
utilizing video marketing, which is exactly what I did, and help other companies do what I did for my dance career.
I mean, this sounds very like cool because it's not everybody's cup of tea to like switch careers. It's very challenging because it's intimidating. You need like new set of skills. You need to start from scratch. So could you like probably like highlight the challenges you went through when you were transitioning completely? I mean,
Absolutely. I think it's one of, I think career wise, it can be the most daunting decision to make because in hip hop and in dance, especially in Israel, I was building a name for myself and I had some nice humble brags and interesting accomplishments,
mm-hmm,
like being in a few movies and in local movies. And like I had a lot of fun, but I knew that I was coming to the end of that career for a myriad of reasons. But I had this name, I had this brand, so to speak, and I was giving that all up to do something where I was a novice and nobody, because nobody trusted me that I could sell videos for them.
mm-hmm,
Nobody believed me, nobody knew me in that regard. So it was actually very daunting and very difficult and scary. But the thing about me personally is that kind of fueled me. The fear is my fuel. I like to do things that I'm afraid of. And one of the reasons why I left dance was because I didn't feel challenged. I wasn't progressing it enough. And there wasn't any, the only next level was to open up my own dance studio. And that is a money pit. So I decided not to do that, but I needed to do something that was challenging, that was difficult, that made me feel like I want to conquer this. And that
mm-hmm,
was this whole video marketing world.
mm-hmm.
So the fear of it kind of consumed me and fueled me to kind of go for it. But I'd say that the biggest thing that definitely didn't hold me back because I did it, but it was at the top of my head was the imposter syndrome. Can I actually do this? Will this actually work out? Because you don't know what it will look like on the other side of that hill when you climb it. You don't know if you'll
True.
make it to the other side of the hill. So that was always kind of like in the back of my head, what the hell am I actually doing? And
Uh,
but I kept falling back on the fact that I had done this for me. I did it for me.
mhm,
So I know I can
mhm.
do it for others.
Very inspiring because like today I speak to a lot of friends and they absolutely have no motivation. Like some of my friends, they hate their current job, they want to switch but they just don't have that extra push. And I agree with you, like fear is, even for me, I relate to you a lot, also because of the journey you've had and also because what drives you, fear also drives me. Like it's my I think if I was to have a list of motivators, that was number one. Now you started Creative Edge. How did Hey Cray come into picture? Because I know for a fact, because I've been following you on LinkedIn, it happened one after another, right?
Yeah, so it happened really quickly. I mean, Creative Edge was blossoming and it was growing faster than I anticipated. And it was all because I was doing I was posting on social. Like I was just posting on social, and I realized midway that I wasn't posting necessarily for clients. I was posting to find the right people to work with. Meaning I post a video and it would bring me like maybe one or two leads, clients, but it brought me people who wanted to work with me. So I found that a lot of my content was geared towards the talent that I'd be hiring, and they'd approach me and say, "I'd like to work with you." And now that I'm building Cray, we kind of transitioned from being called Hey Cray to Cray. So it's Cray, yeah.
Cray it is.
It gets confusing. Yeah. Hey Cray was taken, so we went with heycray.com, and we love it. But we call ourselves Cray.
Just for our audience to know, if you could just tell our audience
Sure, what Cray is.
What's like Creative Edge and what's Cray?
Sure.
So that they know. Yeah.
Great idea. Yeah. So Creative Edge is a video production company to help small business owners and tech companies alike to share their stories. And the best way to share a story, as you and I both know, is through video, and to share our message and to attract the right people around us, whether it's clients or talent. So that's Creative Edge. And then Cray is a video platform that's a revenue stream for content creators, and specifically travel. So Creative Edge was kind of like the next step for me to get to Cray, because Cray is all video based. And all of the knowledge that I got from Creative Edge, I'm taking with me to Cray now to help establish and the best revenue channel for travel content creators. That is our goal. That is our mission. So with Creative Edge, I would just post content as much as possible, and the talent would come. And my goal was always to protect and serve my team so that they can protect and serve our clients. That was kind of always at the back of my head. And then I saw that it was going without me. We got to a certain, and this is all like within 2-3 years. This is not like, it wasn't a long span. It was progressing without me doing day-to-day activities, doing day-to-day operations. And on the other hand, I saw this, there was a team of partners who were building Cray, and they were coming to me asking me for advice on social media, on video. And I said, and I would give them information. I'd give them, they keep coming back. And I said, you know what? I want to be a partner. I want to join. I want to build this with you. And that's kind of how I got involved with Cray also, because I'm a traveler at heart. I have to be traveling all the time. Travel is my oxygen. And I knew that I could really help them build the element that they were missing, which was community and social media. Yeah. So that's how I got from dance to video marketing to a video platform revenue stream for creators.
Wow, that's the dream. I mean, I feel like you never settle for something that you wouldn't like. You've always been trying to include something that you love to do, be it dance, be it video marketing, or be it like traveling. I think you've always trying to like include your passion. So that's very rare to find. So kala kavod mamash. And like also for me and also for people watching this video, how would you say that Cray stands out from other social media platforms or other apps that are travel related? Because you see on YouTube, you see on TikTok, there are so many travel bloggers who put their content and they also monetize it. So how do you think it's different from other channels?
Yeah, before I answer that question, I want to add, I'm still looking. I think after Cray, maybe I'll go into startup with basketball. Who knows?
Oh my gosh.
Love.
Go for it.
But to answer that question, the greatest and hardest element now that we've hit is we have competitors. We have direct competitors. And it's a great validator, because now we know that other people are thinking about this. Other people want to build something like this. And that's because the market wants it. So it's a good and bad piece of the puzzle, but we're embracing it and excited about it. So how do we differentiate ourselves from them? Like just a year ago, we didn't even know about these competitors, and hopefully one day hopefully I'll be able to meet all of them and we'll all become friends and laugh about all this and kumbaya. That's my MO. I love to become friends with my competitors. I think it's awesome. But side note, but one thing that we thought, I'll be completely honest and vulnerable with you right now. We thought that we were the first and only video platform where you can make bookings for travel activities. So that we realized this year is actually very much not the case, because there are other platforms where you can book directly from short form video reviews. And that's what we're building. We're building short video reviews where a content creator can post about their experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, and other people can book directly from those reviews. Now, if when the creator generates bookings, they get paid. They get a commission from those videos. So there are other companies that are doing something similar. But what we're doing differently is twofold. One is all transactions are done through the app. So all of our transactions are within our booking system and our application, whereas other companies are doing it through affiliate marketing. So it'll take you, if you're posting something that's on booking.com, it'll take you to booking.com as opposed to staying in app. So that's one thing that we differentiate ourselves with, that it's all done with the consumer in mind from beginning to end. The next thing is we're putting a heavy focus on community, and we're trying to build a community of travelers who want to master content creation through travel and make money and inspire others while doing that. So that is one of our goals, and we're putting a lot of time, resources, and just energy into the people behind the content. So very much like our model right now is very simply, the creators matter. The creators are going to be the ones that push our vision and push our message and make us succeed. So if our creators succeed, then we succeed. And I haven't seen that yet. I've seen people kind of taking content from other creators and then just tagging them. Whereas what we're doing is we talk to the creators first and build some sort of communication with the creators first and ask them, can we share your content on our platform? Can we share who you are, what you like doing, how you like to film? Maybe they have expertise that they can share with other travelers within our community. So we're really going the route, and it's not easy. I think community is thrown around a lot, but we're putting a lot of time, energy, and money too. We hire inward. So we needed a copywriter. We hired a copywriter within our community. We need a video editor. We're hiring video editors from within the community. So we're trying to throw as much money as possible to the community.
I think that's empowering. I think this is the first I've heard of where you're picking talent from the community itself. I think that's very empowering. I had a question. Does Cray spot talent creators and then invite them to join Cray, or like creators themselves come to Cray? What is it? Or is it both?
Being completely vulnerable again with you, this is one of our points that we're trying to identify who can be a Cray creator, who can actually join the digital community. So I can't talk about this too much, but we have a program that we're going to be rolling out within the next 6 months, and which will be more exclusive. But for now, we have anybody who travels and knows how to make content initially. It doesn't have to be the most stunning content yet, but they understand how to use a camera, whether it's their phone or a DSLR or a drone. They can join the digital community, because we do have a lot of experts in the field already, people that we're speaking to who are going to be sharing their industry knowledge, whether it's video creation or the law surrounding content creation. So we really want to cover the whole gamut of travel content creation, and help share the knowledge within the community. So for now, anybody who travels and knows how to use a camera can become part of our digital community. And then as we develop and as we grow, we're going to be selecting a few creators to share industry knowledge, and be, storytellers and teachers in the collective, as well as selecting a few who will be qualified to partake in something really exciting that we're doing. I can't say more than that yet.
It's fine. Don't reveal it. Yes, I'm also excited to know. I'm like looking forward to it. I think that's super cool. My next question was actually going to be your, let's say the next 5-year plan, but I think you pretty much told us about it.
Yeah, it's very simple. We just want to give as much money to travel content creators as possible. That is our goal. That's our mission. And the way that that's going to happen, and it helps build our business model, is every time there's a transaction for a creator, we get a cut too. So we're not just doing charity here, right? It's not just
Right.
about being charitable to travel content creators. It's really hand in hand. They succeed, we succeed, because there's a mutual benefit there. And that is our business model. We get a cut of the transaction and they get a cut of transactions that they generate.
I do have another question, maybe for myself. What about people who are not traveling yet, but who aspire to be travel content creators? Do you have anything for them?
I love that. I think there's a lot that you can do. First of all, pick up a camera. I don't know if I wrote this in my bio anywhere, but before I understood how to film, like filming a dance class is literally just putting a camera down, a phone or a camera. I used to film with my DSLR back then, and just putting it on tripod and pressing record, and then you can edit it as much as you want later. But going outside and filming something from a different angle and using the lighting to help you tell the story is a completely different piece. So if you want to become a travel content creator, I think focus on just going in your backyard, picking up a camera. It could be a GoPro, it can be anything that will capture the moment, and start playing around, because just traveling isn't enough to be a travel content creator. You have to be able to tell a story. It can be something unique that's happening outside in your front yard or backyard or on your mirpeset in Israel. It can be anything. So just get outside, get a camera, and start playing. Start playing with the lighting, with the angles, and editing. That I would suggest first. There are free to cheap options that you can go around your area to play around with the storytelling. And then when you're ready to really travel the world or be a weekend warrior is what we call them, who travel just on the weekends, and then go back to their 9 to 5, then you'll be more equipped to go out, because it's not enough just to have a drone and go to Maldives. It's not enough. You have to know how to use the drone in order to capture it. Right. And how to tell the story.
So just for our beginners, because you've gone through the process, how long did you actually take to get from point A to point B, let's say? So as a travel content creator, because I know
as
even you love, as travel content, like I'm sure you started somewhere from point 0.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you for bringing me back there. So yeah, this is not on my bio. I wanted to understand how to do this. So pretty much just what I was suggesting doing. I picked up a camera. I got a camera for my birthday from my mother-in-law. She gave me a camera. It was the sweetest gift. And I took my kids, I took my 2 daughters outside to a park in the area, and we reviewed the park. We did a whole theme of Lion King because it was a jungle. It was a jungle park. It was a jungle themed park. So I pretended that they were Nala and Simba, and like they were lions and cubs running around. The cutest thing. And there was a story behind it, and I edited it with the music, and it was just a whole vibe. And I did that for 40 weeks, or for a year pretty much. I did it for a year, a video a week. I reviewed the different parks in the area. Was it top level content creation produced? No, not at all. It was simply just a way for me to learn how to do it. And it was completely free. I didn't have to pay an entrance fee to go to the parks around the area. Then the mayor noticed, the mayor of our town noticed, and he promoted it. He sent me a whole letter of excitement, and he promotes this and endorses it. Just like getting outside with a camera, trying to tell a story, whatever's going on in your life. If there's something that, it's so easy to tell a story about something you love. And that's why you hit the nail on the head perfectly. I can only do something that's around something I love. I'm a terrible student. I'm terrible procrastinator. So I always have to choose something that I actually enjoy doing, because when the tough gets going, I have to enjoy doing it, and know that on the other side of the hill, I can still go out and dance and play ball and travel. Like, even if it's really difficult right now for this month, this season, whatever it is, it's still something that I can hang on to, latch onto, that I love doing.
We are gonna be playing a rapid fire game. So the first game is a word association game. And basically you say the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the following. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. New Jersey.
Teaneck.
Broadway Dance Center.
Janet Jackson, who was just there.
Okay. TikTok.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Chutzpah.
Oh, love. Because deep down inside, the chutzpah is love.
Interesting. Cray.
Okay, travel.
Hummus.
Yum.
And Raquella.
Adventurous.
Perfect. All right. So the next game is I just ask you a question and you give me an explanation to it and also a reason. New Jersey or Israel? I wouldn't say New Jersey. Let's say the States or Israel. Which is the better country and why?
Ooh. Israel is a better place to live, but America, not America necessarily, but anywhere else is probably better to travel.
That's a good answer. I like it. Okay, Sababa. All right, next question. Three things about Israel that cringes you the most.
The lack of lines and etiquette. So there are no lines. Everyone's just like a mosh pit.
Oh my gosh.
That make me cringe. I'm allergic to nuts. So when I
Really?
go into restaurants, they say everything has nuts, you can't eat here. So I've started lying and saying I'm not allergic, I just don't like them.
Oh.
So that they let me eat in the restaurant. Otherwise they kick me out.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Not too many things. I think that those are the two big ones. I can't think of
That's
anything
fine.
else.
That's fine. Okay, and the last and the final question. Okay, this is imaginary, but cray or professional dancing, what would you choose for the rest of your life and why?
Cray all day. And I would dance on TikTok to promote cray.
I think you're already doing that, no? I see
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
what
your
I'm doing
dance
now.
videos on, I think you also reposted on LinkedIn. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
that's a
trying
smart answer. You can have best of
trying to
both.
dance my way through all the stress. It's stressful. You didn't ask me about the transition from video to tech. Ooh, that's a whole nother conversation we'll have to have. So I'm dancing the stress away.
I think we should have another episode on transitions. I believe this is it. We are towards the end of this video. Thank you, Raquella. For anybody who wants to, let's say, connect with Raquella, I'm going to add her social handles in the description. Go say hi, create dance videos, tag her. She loves it. And if you have any questions for the both of us, just go to the comment section and add your questions and we'll try and answer them. Raquella, do you have anything to say before we end?
Get out, have fun, go live your life, stay ambitious. Thank you so much for having me. This was fun. Let's do it again.
That's amazing. See you next time.